Yo, so in this video, I want to show you guys something I've been playing around with, trying to find different ways to incorporate AI into my workflow. So this is a cool way I found to use ChatGPT to kind of help with that. Now, before I really get into it, I already know AI in music feels weird to a lot of people. A lot of folks worry about, is it really replacing creativity? Is it going to make everything sound the same? But to me, I really only care about how you use it. It's important to not use it as a crutch or a shortcut, but more as a tool like anything else in your workflow. Now, that being said, I do think there is huge potential in the music space for AI. I mean, every other day you hear about some new AI tool that, promises to revolutionize music production, generate vocals in any style with any type of voice, create entire compositions with a prompt, split stems into perfect isolation. I mean, the technology is cool. I mean, it's only going to get better. But this is my problem with AI in music. These tools aren't really solving the problems. They're not really solving the right problems for music creators. Most of these tools seem built on like the assumption that we as producers, we as creatives want to replace parts of that creative process. But what we really want is to enhance the creative process. Like, all these tools seem designed to take over creating rather than empower it. But for those of us that make music, whether beginner, hobbyist, professional level, like, the joy really isn't in having something else make the music for us. The joy is the process of the creation itself. So, I just, if somebody is watching this that makes AI tools or whatever, keep that in mind. We're not trying to replace the making of music. We're trying to enhance the process itself, not replace it. So with that being said, let's dive into the video and look at how I use AI to kind of just do just that, enhance my production. All right, y'all. So I have this project here. This is a remake of Jingle Bells. I'm working on some like trap style Christmas music for holiday ads. This is kind of the time of year when you start getting these ready for different ad campaigns that may be coming down the pipeline, in the holiday season. So this is one of the songs I'm getting ready for that. And what the problem was is I have this sound here. This is the operator instrument in Ableton, and this is one of the presets. And the sound by itself, it sounds like this. It sounds good, but it sounds a little bit lazy. I want it to be a bit sharper, maybe just kind of hit a bit faster. I mean, of course, that's, moving things like the attack and all that down. Excuse me, moving the attack and all that down to achieve that. But I figured, let me just, try something. Let me just put this into ChatGPT and see if it has suggestions to kind of get closer to the sound that I want. So just to put everything in the proper context, let me play this song so you guys can hear it. So it sounds like this. Yeah, so let's jump into ChatGPT and let's kind of see what we did here. So we're in ChatGPT, and this is the conversation I had with it. So the very first thing I asked, are you familiar with Ableton Live 12? I assume the answer is yes, but this kind of just let me know, what I'm dealing with and just kind of what level of familiarity it had with it. And also this serves to kind of get ChatGPT in the mindset that we're going to talk about music and music production. So it gave me a pretty good answer. Like it actually gave me what new updates came in Ableton 12, the different instruments that it has. So that kind of let me know already that it probably could help me out with what I'm trying to do. So the very next prompt I asked, just to be sure, I said, are you familiar with all the instruments and effects within Live? And it basically kind of spit out Well, it said yes, it was, but it also spit out the different instruments just to kind of prove its point. So, cool. So that's what I needed to know, right? So you can pause this and slow it down if you want to read exactly what it said, but I'm just going to keep it moving. So what I did next is I took pictures of my operator instrument. Let's jump back into live real quick. So what I did was in Mac, if you press Command Shift and the 4 key, the number 4, you can take a screenshot. So all I did was I took a screenshot of this Buzz Release Keys instrument, and I took a screenshot of each oscillator. So if you look, there's 4 different oscillators here. I clicked on this one, took a screenshot of that. I clicked up, took a screenshot of this one, clicked on this one, took a screenshot of this, and then took a screenshot of this one as well. And then if we go back into ChatGPT, all I did was I uploaded those screenshots into ChatGPT, and then I said, hey, I have an operator sound with the current settings and the screenshots. The sound is a little bit too airy. I want it to sound sharper. Can you suggest some tweaks that I could make to the patch to accomplish this? And basically what it did was it told me exactly what to change. So it suggested different things like changing the tone, moving the filter frequency, lowering the tone. It gave me step-by-step instructions, tweak the envelope for punch, so setting the attack, setting the decay, changing the oscillator itself, because I believe it was by default it was a triangle wave, and it suggested to change it to saw D or square 2. It just gave me a lot of different suggestions, and then it also summarized it down at the end here, and I thought that was pretty cool. So I actually did apply those suggestions. So like I was saying, this is why I have 2 of the instruments here. This is the original sound, and I'm going to solo this so you guys can hear what it sounds like by itself originally. So like you can hear, and like I said, it's a bit airy. There were probably some simple things I could have did to switch that up, but I decided to just ask ChatGPT just to see what it would say. And then after applying the suggestions, this is what that resulted to. So I'm gonna let you guys hear that, and then I'll let you hear them back and forth just so you can hear the difference. All right, that's the new one. So as you can see, it did what I asked it to do. It made it sharper, it's less airy. That's more the sound I wanted. This is more the type of sound I wanted for this particular instrument. So, I just thought that was pretty cool. I wanted to share that. I'm thinking about just what other things I could prompt it, like, what about an effect chain for vocals, right? You have a singer, she or he has amazing vocals, but you want to mix it properly, make it sound better. So, the possibilities are really endless. You can ask ChatGPT to get you the perfect vocal chain for the type of vocals that you're trying to mix. So I think this is pretty cool. I'd be curious to know really what you guys think about this. So this entire process kind of got me thinking. There's a whole world of tools in the producer ecosystem, from plugins, synths, effects, different DAWs. It can all be a little overwhelming just with how much stuff, just stuff there is for us to, get lost in. But what if you could treat AI like a studio assistant, somebody that already knows how to use these tools and is ready to just kind of, plant that seed in your ear to get you started with it. So not really doing the work for you, but just helping you understand your tools better. That's something I think I want to explore a bit more. So if that sounds interesting, if that's something you might want to see, I probably will make some more videos like that where I test this out with different plugins, sound design techniques, maybe even arrangement or mix decisions. So, leave a comment in the section below. Let me know your thoughts. But that's all for now. Just wanted to share that. No hype, no gimmicks, just something that actually helped me create. If you like the video, hit the thumbs up button. Be sure to subscribe, and I'll catch y'all later. Peace.